All right, I don't think he needs an interpreter. Does he need an interpreter, Mr. Montanez?
No, ma'am.
No?
No, ma'am.
No, okay. All right, perfect. All right, Mr. Montanez, you have your attorney here. He's here with me in this courtroom. Counsel, can you put your name on the record?
Robert
My name's
Montanez.
Jack D. I'm sorry.
Counsel?
Jack D. King, and I have a notice of appearance.
May approach. Okay, the notice of appearance is being filed in open court. Counsel, please place your name on the record.
My name is Jack, middle initial D. King, K-I-N-G.
Mr. King? Okay. And we have Mr. Montanez here. I have reviewed the arrest affidavit. I do find that there's probable cause, and the bond is going to be set at $500.
Okay.
Mr. Montanez, do you have anything that you need to get from the residence?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am, I don't.
Okay. No contact with the victim or any witnesses in this case. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Judge, I'd like to ask,
Honor.
would the court reconsider the bond? And could I approach and tell you why I'm asking that?
You want to approach?
Yes, I do.
All right, go ahead. Your client might not hear you.
No.
Your Honor, he's also out on bond.
Yes.
Okay.
Judge,
That's it, Judge.
Is what? State. I'm listening to you. I'm just looking for little. Okay. State.
Judge, I still object to an ROR based on a domestic battery charge. I can try to look into our system to see if I can verify any of this information, but if the deputies know where he is, I think they'd be either able to schedule a hearing or the court even appear virtually for a hearing.
I see us and God was going to be where it's going to be a rotation. We said, it's on there. Well, I'm not sure it's on there because it's such a confidential matter. I look Friday in my office to see anything in the text. Case details, there's nothing on the website.
So I do show that he's out on ROR for trafficking cocaine. So I don't know if that's the case that I wasn't going to take any action. I wasn't going to take any action or revoke his bond on that. But I do believe that the dating violence, domestic violence battery is not related. And as much as he's a great, stellar witness, that doesn't give him an excuse to have a domestic violence battery. So I'll consider lowering it to $250, but I'm not going to have an ROR in this case. It's not recommended. He doesn't qualify for pretrial release. So, no, he does not qualify. No, he could bond out $250. He don't have to pay $25. Okay. All right. Yes, yes, that would be great. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, so no action is going to be taken on the cases that he's out on ROR and bond for, and the bond for the domestic violence is going to be $250. No return to the scene, no contact with the victim or any witnesses.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Good day.
Judge.
All right, back to our regularly scheduled program. Brianna Alcorn.
Need mental health, Your Honor.
Mental health, okay. Reset for tomorrow. Eric Brown. Where's the Spanish?
Your Honor, are you doing the interpreters first?
No?
Or the rest of regular docket?
Well, we should have Spanish, but I don't think I have it here. Hold on a second.
Your Honor, would you like the move up list that I have?
Yeah.
No, Erlene got it. Hold on. She got this. Give us 1 second.
Yes, Your Honor. Wait, 15.
Well, let's start. Renaldo Lopez. All right, good morning, Mr. Lopez. You're here on CF 2020. Oh, hold on, we gotta put headphones on you. You're Spanish. Where are the little headphones? There they go. All right, starting over. Good morning, afternoon actually. Mr. Renato Lopez, we're here on CF 2020 764180.
Sí.
I have reviewed your arrest affidavit. I do find that there's probable cause. Your bond is set as follows: $5,000 for count 1, $500 for count 2. You are not to return to the scene, to the residence. No contact with the victim. Do you have personal belongings, clothing at the residence?
Sí, tengo.
Yes, I do. Okay, so you'll have a one-time pickup of personal property with law enforcement, okay? Public defender is appointed to represent you. You also were out on bond prior to this case. It's not related. Therefore, I'm not going to take any action on your bond case.
Gracias.
Thank you.
We have Jose Pedro Lara Garcia. Lara Garcia. We put them together. Mr. Lara Garcia.
All right.
Headphones.
Oh. Yeah.
All right, Mr. Lara Garcia, you're here today on case number MM 2020 454280.
Sí.
Yes, yes.
It's domestic violence battery. I have read the arrest affidavit. I do find that there's probable cause.
¿Cómo dice?
What did you say?
That I do find that there is probable cause for your arrest, and therefore I'm setting the bond as follows: $500 for count 1. Conditions of your release are that you not return to the residence, No contact with the victim. Do you have any personal property at the residence?
No, vivimos amigos, puros amigos allí. Ella vive aparte, en la parte de atrás. Pero no, está bien. Es que lo que pasa es que yo no sabía. Esta es mi primera vez.
Well, no, there's actually a few friends living in the same house, and she lives separately on the back of the house. And the thing is, I didn't know because this is my first time.
Okay, well, I'll allow you to go back one time to get your personal property. You will not be able to stay there because you cannot be within 500 feet of her.
Está bien.
That's fine.
Public defender is appointed to represent you. Good luck.
Ok, muchas gracias.
Okay, thank you so much.
Next case, Luis Tejera. This is case number 2020 CF 7634A. All right, Mr. Tejera, I've had the opportunity to review your arrest affidavit. I do find that there's probable cause for aggravated assault with a firearm. I'm setting your bond at $5,000. You are not to return to the scene. You are not to have any communications or contact with the victim or any witnesses.
Your Honor, he qualifies for PTR.
PTR.
The state would object to PTR on this type of charge.
Given the occurrences that happened on the arrest affidavit, I'm not granting PTR on this case.
Of course, the state.
Mr. Tejera, you can have a one-time return with law enforcement to get your items, okay? Your personal property. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right, next case, Jose Valencia Salvador. All right, Mr. Salvador, I've had the opportunity to review your arrest affidavit in case number 2020 MM455480. I do find that there's probable cause, and the bond is set at $500. Good luck to you. No contact with the witnesses. The next is a Creole interpreter. We'd skip that.
Your Honor, is the public defender appointed?
Public defender's appointed. What do we do with this? Oh, you call a language line? Okay, go ahead. So then we have Evans Shirlius. We're calling language line.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Is the next case the Creole case?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, let's hold on. Creole. Is Cynthia Turner or something? What is she? Coto.
Hello?
Hello?
Donc, c'est Belana m'a fait interpréter pour aujourd'hui. Appel à nous contrôler et recorder le point de moyenne qualité.
Okay, great. I think you're gonna hear over the overhead.
Yes,
Overhead.
Your Honor, we can hear her over the overhead.
Okay, perfect. All right, so we have Evans Churlius here,
Yes.
and it's case number 2020 CT 3920. You're here today for driving while under the influence, and that's it. I did review your arrest affidavit. There is probable cause. Your bond is set at $500.
Ou là, parce que t'es Kimbo, parce que t'as conduit en bas influence, et nous jouons une cause probable pour yo Kimbo, yo mettez belle pour à $500.
Public defender is appointed to represent you.
Et on peut avec défendeur pour représenter.
Good luck. We have one more Creole
Bonne
case.
chance.
This is Wheatson Boss. Wheatson Boss. All right, Mr. Wheatson Boss, you are here today for failure to appear on your robbery with a firearm and dealing in stolen property, trafficking. Your division judge has set the bond in these cases at $10,000 for count 1 and $2,000 for count 2.
Ou là, parce qu'on va venir là que ou t'es gain pour venir pour là, t'es pour faire bagay dans mon nom et trafficking, mais tous les deux gain différents bonds. Une à $1,000 pour premier dégât et deuxième à $2,000. Second dégât, yo tout net, c'est différentes divisions gain différents prix pour bon non.
Public defender is appointed to represent you.
Il y a bon défendeur public pour représenter.
Good luck.
Bonne chance.
All right, that's it, Madam Interpreter, for Creole. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your services. Anything else for you today?
That's it. Thank you.
You're welcome, Mama. Thank you.
All right, so is this the rest of the Spanish? What's this? What's that? That's it? We're done with Spanish?
Yeah.
Okay, this is not a move up?
Yes, but there's no more Spanish.
No more Spanish, okay.
Your
All right,
Honor?
Madam Spanish Interpreter, we're done with the Spanish cases as well.
Thank you so much, Your Honor. Have a very good day.
Thank you, you too.
Your Honor,
Yes?
on the move up, we are missing a couple of safe books because they have not been cleared by medical yet. So that would be the very first one, Cynthia Turner.
All right, she'll be reset for tomorrow.
Or you can hold her on until the end of the docket, and if she shows up, then that's fine. It's up to you.
We reset to tomorrow.
Okay.
What about, who else?
The only two that we have are Cotto and Hopper, Lopez, Prentice, and Johnson. We're still waiting for medical to clear them.
So you have Cotto and you have Hopper.
Yes.
But you don't have even Evelyn Lopez. That's it.
And
That's the
no
only last
Evelyn-
move up.
I'm sorry?
That was the only last move up that I had.
Prentice Daniel and Theophis Johnson? Not sure.
Oh. No, Prentice. No. Okay. Can you say the last two names again that you said that were move ups that you don't have them?
Lopez, Evelyn Lopez,
Uh-huh.
Daniel Prentice,
Oh, okay. Uh-huh.
and Theophanis Johnson.
Okay. So they're in medical, you said?
They haven't been cleared by medical to come up.
Okay. All right. We call those tomorrow. All right, Elvin Cotto. All right, Mr. Cotto, I've had the opportunity to review your arrest affidavit. You're here for domestic violence battery. I do find that there's probable cause. Your bond is set at $500. You're not to have any contact with any of the witnesses or the victim. You're not to return to the scene. Do you have any personal property at the residence?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so you'll have a one-time pickup with law enforcement.
Okay,
Good luck to you.
I do have a question. I don't have a job. I don't have, cause she said that she wanted to drop the charges yesterday, and the cop said that they were still gonna have to take me to jail. I don't have a job. I don't have any way of bonding myself out or being released. I have an appointment for my Social Security on the 25th of this week. I don't. What do I do? I wasn't. I didn't do anything to put.
Don't talk about your case. Don't talk
Okay.
about your case.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Does he qualify for pretrial release?
We couldn't verify his community ties, but that looks to be the only thing. If he can provide a alternate address, we could qualify him.
All right. Well, I'm gonna give you an or. You have your bond. I'm sorry, or you could. I'm gonna also put or pretrial release, but you're gonna have to talk to pretrial release and give them an address and some more information. Okay?
I didn't understand. Can you explain? Can you please repeat that for me?
Yes. I'm going to set your bond as follows. You could either pay $500, or it could be pretrial release. Pretrial release has not pre-approved you, because they don't have information as to where you're going to live. An alternate address and any more information. They'll probably come and visit you. And if you qualify for PTR, you can be released on PTR. You don't have to pay a monetary bond, but they haven't approved you right now, so they need more information. Okay? Good luck to you. Joshua Hopper.
Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Mr. Hopper. I've had the opportunity to review your arrest affidavit for battery, domestic violence. I do find that there's probable cause. Your bond is set at $500. No contact with the victim or any witnesses. Do you have any personal property at the residence?
We share a residence.
Yes. So I'll let you go. Return one time. Oh, are these the brothers?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh. Well, nobody. They're both here. Your mom's not here. I don't know. Do you want to have contact with your brother?
No problem. It's just a stupid fight we got into, and it was
I can
alcohol.
So do you want to have contact with your brother?
Yes, ma'am. He's fine.
All right. So I'll allow you to return to the residence. No hostile contact, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
So that means if you get into another stupid argument, you have to leave and not fight.
Yes, ma'am. Won't happen again.
I'm sure. Good luck. Hey, where's the other brother? That the other brother?
What's that, Yon?
No, they separate them.
How? I know, I need a hopper.
We need that.
Did I say the ball?
Yes.
Oh, Mr. Okay. Daryl Mark Hopper, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So I know you had a little tussle with your brother.
Yes, ma'am.
You think that you can behave and not get into another fight with him?
Absolutely, Your Honor.
All right. So you want to have no hostile contact?
I don't want any kind of condition. We don't ever do that. That was a one in a lifetime thing. I don't want to have any
where I can't talk to him and stuff like that, if that's what you're asking, Your Honor.
What I'm going to order is no hostile contact. That means if you guys, if it gets, while this case is pending, if for whatever reason you guys start to have an argument, you would just both have to walk away because he has no hostile and you have no hostile. Do you understand that?
Okay, yes, ma'am, absolutely.
All right, so no hostile contact. Your bond is $500 is probable cause. Good luck.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. Eric Brown.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Brown. You are here today for battery by strangulation, domestic violence. I have read your police report, the arrest affidavit. I do find that there's probable cause. I'm setting your bond at $3,500. You are not to return to the scene, and you're not to have any contact with the victim or any witnesses. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, now, the only problem that I have is that your other cases that you were here for, the 2020 CF 762880 and the CF 2020 762880, you out on bond. Based on the nature of the case and the nature of your priors, I'm going to revoke your bonds. You'll have to see your division judge. Good luck to you. No, okay, I already see the conditions. Mr. Polson.
What's that, Dion?
Jeremy Polson.
What's that?
All right, Mr. Polson.
Yes, ma'am.
You are here today for violation of community control. You're going to have to see your division judge for a bond on that. But you also have domestic violence battery. I did review your arrest affidavit. I do find that there's probable cause. The bond is set at $500. You are not to return to the residence. You're not to have... Oh, there's somebody here. Who? Please state your name for the record.
Nakendra Henderson,
Okay, Ms. Henderson, and what's your relationship to Mr. Polson?
my boyfriend.
Okay. Do you guys live together or are you just boyfriend and girlfriend?
We live together.
You live together. Are you in fear
No,
of Mr.
ma'am.
Polson?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Do you want him to return to the home?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. State any questions for her?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Well, Mr. Polson, I guess your girlfriend wants you back at the house, so we're going to go ahead and allow you to return to the home, but you are to have no hostile contact. You understand? That means if whatever reason you guys get into a fight, even if she's wrong and you're right, you have to leave. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. But I'm placing the bond at $500. You're still going to have to see your division judge for violation of community control. Okay? Good luck to you.
I have one more question, about
Yes.
so does the no contact still qualifies me?
No, no hostile contact. That means no fighting. Like I said, she's going to be right about everything until your cases are dropped or dismissed or resolved, whatever happens to them. Okay?
Okay.
She burns dinner, you still have to taste good. All right. Johnny Dorsey, that's you?
Yes, ma'am.
Dorsey?
Yes.
Is that a yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I can barely hear you over there. All right. You're here today for domestic violence battery. Nobody else is here. I did review your arrest affidavit. I do find that there's probable cause. Your bond is set at $500. You are not to return to the residence. You are not to have any contact with the victim or any witnesses. Do you have any personal property at that residence?
Yes, ma'am. I have all my stuff there. That's my house.
That's your house?
Yes, ma'am. We live together.
Oh, that's the problem. Ms. Torres, are they both in custody?
Yes,
Ma'am.
Shush. So what, is that your home? Your homestead?
Yes, ma'am.
Both of
Okay.
them live there.
He does qualify for PTR too, Your Honor.
Each qualify PTR? State? They're both victims in this case. He owns the house, he says.
It's still also the other,
She's in custody also.
I know.
Well, she's a defendant as well.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna order that Mr. Dorsey has possession and control of the house at this time. No contact with the victim. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. So,
Victim, co-defendant, victim.
do I still have the bond?
And, you qualify for pretrial release, so we'll go ahead and allow pretrial release in this case.
Thank you, Your Honor. That means I get the release before.
I
Then I
gotta
go
remember Ms. Torres. All right, good luck. Public defender's appointed. Torres. James Dossier.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Dossier, you're here today for domestic violence battery. Nobody's here. You do qualify for pretrial release. I'm going to order, I find that there's probable cause. I'm going to order pretrial release. You are to have no contact with the victim or any witnesses in this case.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any personal property at the residence? I'll allow one-time return to pick up your personal property.
Yes, ma'am.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Goldwire. All right, Mr. Goldwire.
Your Honor, Mr. Goldwire, mental health.
What happened?
He's mental health, Your Honor.
Oh, that's mental health. Okay, so you're not here. Reset for tomorrow. Daryl Hamlet. Is that you, sir?
Good morning, how are you?
Very well, thank you.
Good afternoon.
All right, Mr. Hamlet, you do qualify for pretrial release, so we'll go ahead and order pretrial release.
Thank you.
And I do find that there's probable cause. You are not to return to the residence, no contact with any victim or witnesses in this case. I'll allow you a one-time return to the property with law enforcement to pick up your personal belongings. Good luck to you. Hope defendant appointed.
She gonna give me a time period before I can turn the house.
All right, Aaron Howard.
Yes,
You,
ma'am.
Mr. Howard?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You are here today for battery, dating violence, and resisting officer without violence. I have reviewed your arrest affidavit. I do find that there is probable cause. Your bonds are set as follows. $500 for count 1 and $500 for count 2. Do you have any personal effects at the residence?
Say that one more time.
Do you have any personal property at the residence?
Oh, no, ma'am.
Okay. So you're not to return to the scene. Good luck to you.
And you're under no contact?
No contact with any victim or witnesses. All right. Where are we? Christ Lucas.
How you doing, ma'am?
Very well, thank you. Let me see right on here. All right. You do not qualify for pretrial release. I did review your police report. I do find that there's probable cause for your arrest. And your bonds are set as follows. Count 1, up $500. Count 2, $500.
Thank you, ma'am.
Do you have any property at the residence?
No, ma'am.
Okay. This is not
Can I ask a question?
all right. Yes.
So can I bond out now?
Yes.
Thank you,
You
ma'am.
can bond out. No contact with any victim or witnesses in the case.
Correct.
Good luck.
you.
All right. Bria McAfee.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. McAfee, you are here with battery of domestic violence and resisting officer without violence. I have reviewed your police arrest affidavit. I do find that there's probable cause, and your bond is set as follows. Count 1, $500. Count 2, $500. Public defender is appointed to represent you. You are not to have any...
She qualifies for PTR.
Oh, she qualifies for PTR?
Yes.
All right, well, We'll order pretrial release on both counts then. And no contact with the victim. Did you guys live together? Yes, ma'am. All right, so no return to the residence. He's not here to say that he wants to have contact with you, so no return to the residence, and you will be allowed to go one time for your personal property. Good luck to you. Did she say he didn't want to talk to me? This is my bond.
Judge, you say bond or PTR?
PTR. It's gonna be PTR
Okay.
for both. Mr. Pierre, or this is Miss Pierre?
Your Honor, his behavior.
Renali Joe, are you Renali Joe Pierre?
His behavior, Your Honor.
Behavior, Your Honor.
He's what?
Behavior, Your Honor.
Oh, behavior. Okay, we'll leave you check for tomorrow. Jeanette Torres. Okay, here. All right, Miss Torres, we saw Mr. Dorsey already. No, was it? Yes. Is it the same one? This is the one? Yes.
Yes, this
Yes,
is the same one.
yes. Okay. Now, the residence that you resided at, Mr. Dorsey said that was his residence. I did find that there's probable cause for arrest. I'm ordering your bond. Does she qualify for pretrial release?
Yes.
I'm going to order pretrial release in your case. However, you cannot return to the residence. You cannot have any contact with the victim. You will be able to return one time to get your personal property, okay?
Listen, ma'am, that's my residence. I own that house. I owned that house for 21 years. I've been in the process of evicting him. That was the whole reason that everything escalated, because he heard me on the phone with ADP doing the alarm, and I did it's called domicile something to get rid of
All
him.
right, time out. Stop. Both of you say that this is your house.
I own this house.
Gonna go down. What's the address? 744 News Avenue?
Yes. I'm the only
All right.
person on the deed. I'm the only person on the mortgage. I'm the only person paying the mortgage. Everything's under my name. I've been broken up with him. He just has refused to leave. And I've been processing. I started the process already to evict him
All right,
because
hold on. State, can you go on the property? Can you
I'm
go
pulling
property?
it up right now, Judge.
Yes, please.
Mr. Dorsey's gonna
Yeah,
have
let's
some
get to the
explain
bottom
to
of
you.
this one. Thanks, State.
and my son lives there.
Your Honor, based on the property appraiser's website, Jeanette Torres is the listed owner of the residence.
Mr. Dorsey's not on there?
I do not see. Can I approach with my laptop, Your Honor?
Yes. Can you pull up the deed? You know how to do it? I saw it. That's another thing. All right. So we're gonna change the paperwork. So, Mr. Johnny Siobhan Dorsey, corrections.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Is there any way to bring him back?
Yes, he's on the way back, ma'am.
All right, good. We're gonna allow you to return to the home, okay?
Thank you.
The house is in your name, the deed is in your name. and he is not going to be allowed to return to the home, but you're still not going to be allowed to have any contact with him. Do you understand that?
That's fine, perfectly fine.
All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Let's see Mr. Dorsey, if he's there. If he's not, we'll keep going until he comes.
Your Honor, give us a few minutes. We're bringing him back from downstairs.
Okay, so let's call the next one in the meantime, which is Julie Dort. All right, Ms. Dort, you do not qualify for pretrial release. I did review your arrest affidavit. I do find there's probable cause for possession of cocaine. I'm setting your bond at $1,000, and the public defender is appointed to represent you. Good luck. Charlotte Griffith. All right, Ms. Griffith, you are here for a warrant on violation of conditional release. Your division judge has set the bond in your case. Count 1 is $3,000, count 2 is $100, and count 3 is $100. Good luck to you.
Lower the bond.
Those are the bonds, yep. Good luck.
Lowered it.
Mahed Hack. All right, Mr. Hack.
Yes, ma'am.
You are here today for several charges on 2020 CF 7633. I reviewed your arrest affidavit, and I do find that there's probable cause. Your bonds are as follows. Count 1, $5,000. Count 2, $150. Count 3, $150. Count 4, $150. Count 5, $150. Count 6, $150. And count 7, $100. Now, the only problem that we have, well, I guess not a problem too much, your cases look like you have some substance abuse issues, but they're not related to the charges that you're out on bond for, so I'm not going to take any action on your bonded cases.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Mr. Lemon
Yes, ma'am.
or Limon,
Good morning.
you are here today for alteration removal of firearm serial number, 2 counts, possession of ammunition by convicted felon, and possession of methamphetamine. I did review your arrest affidavit. I do find that there's probable cause. Your bonds are as follows: $4,000 for count 1, $150 for count 2, $150 for count 3, and $150 for count 4. Public defender is appointed to represent you. Good luck.
On the charges, they put an extra one in there. The alteration of fire, there's only one firearm.
What happened?
The firearm thing, the removal of a firearm serial number is 2 charges, but there's supposed to be only one, and it's in the statement of facts. There's only one, but they put a typo and put 2, but it's only one. And it wasn't on me or nothing. It said they just putting it on me and letting the females go. It was in a common area in the box or something.
State.
I'm double checking, but I do believe there was only one firearm.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. So then we'll remove count 2 for now. There's no PC.
Thank you,
ROR.
ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
All right. And this is Jeffrey
Yes.
McGaith.
Yes.
You're here today for possession of methylene and possession of drug paraphernalia. I did review your arrest affidavit. I do find that there's probable cause. Your bond is set at $1,000 for count 1 and $100 for count 2. You also have disorderly conduct. I do find that there's probable cause, and your bond is set for $250. Public defender is appointed to represent you on all cases.
What was that last thing?
Your Honor, Mr. Dorsey's back.
Okay, good. Let's call him. I didn't keep the paperwork. Mr. Dorsey,
Yes,
I don't appreciate. I know you may have some type of different definition of what ownership of a residence is. I asked you if that was your homestead. You said yes. That is blatantly not true. I don't appreciate that. We
I'm
did
sorry
look up
for
on
the
the property.
misunderstanding, Your Honor. I do live there. I've been there for 12 years.
That's different. I asked you if that was your homestead, and you said yes. That is not your homestead. You are not on the deed.
No, Ms. Torres.
Ms.
owns
Torres
it.
is.
Yes.
Okay. So she is going to return to her house that she is a deeded owner, and you are going to have to find another place to live. You will be allowed one-time return to pick up your personal affairs. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Timothy McKinney.
Hello, this is.
All right, Mr. McKinney, you are here today for aggravated battery. I did review your arrest affidavit. I do find that there's probable cause. I'm going to set your bond at $3,500. You are not to have any contact with any of the victim or witnesses. You understand that?
It qualifies for PTR.
It was my house.
You do qualify for pretrial release. Let's see.
No.
That's it?
Well, I have to say, you said that this is your house, but the victims live there as well, correct?
Yes, right. They
All
didn't
right, so
pay
you're not
the
gonna
rent.
return-
The girl was all whacked out because she didn't have any dope. I finally said
All right.
something, and her son hit me in the eye.
Okay, I do see that you were hit in the eye, but unfortunately
Yeah.
for now, you're not going to return to the residence.
I mean, it's not like I'm some kind of creep.
One time to pick up your personal property. Public defenders appointed to represent you.
Your Honor, you said bond or did you release him?
PTR.
Okay.
Esteban Rivera? Is that you? Mr. Rivera?
Yes,
Yes? Okay. All right, you are here today for possession of cocaine. I do find that there's probable cause for possession of cocaine. You do not qualify for pretrial release. I'm setting your bond at $1,000. You also have failure to appear. Your division judge has set the bond on your driving license suspended and no motor vehicle registration. The bonds are set at $2,000 each. And you also have a driving license suspended case. I do find that there's probable cause. The driving license suspended and your bond is $100. Good luck to you. Public defender appointed on all charges. Taylor Scott. All right, Ms. Scott. You are here today on 2020 CF 7610, battery on a law enforcement officer. I did review the police report. I did find that there's probable cause, and I am ordering your bond at $3,000. Good luck to you. Public defender is appointed to represent you.
Go where? Where am I going?
Zachary Wagner. All right, Mr. Wagner. All right, so you were out on bond for aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, felony battery, great bodily harm. I'm revoking your bond at this time. You'll have to see your division judge for a new bond on that case. And then you are here today on CF 2020 CF 758080. I do find that there's probable cause in the arrest affidavit for the charges that you are facing, and your bonds are as follows. Count 1, $5,000. Count 2, $20,000. Count 3, $3,500. count 4, 3,000, and count 5, 500. Okay? Public defenders appointed to represent you on all charges, and good luck to you, sir.
Ma'am, I have no issues with my old my old bond. That's why I'm saying could it not be revoked, because I have no issues with them. I paid them off, and I have no problem with the person who's the charge against. I have no issues with.
I'm
my
sorry,
bond.
but when you're out on bond, you're supposed to be good.
Yes,
Not
I
have any
was.
charges.
All this is a mistake, ma'am.
Okay,
and-
don't talk about your case. Don't talk about your case. Why
But you said how would I get it unrevoked?
You got a different one? Is it a new card? Is it two cards?
I don't know how to get it unrevoked.
Judge, there's an out-of-state warrant, I believe, as well for another carjacking.
An out-of-state carjacking?
If that's how I'm.
Well, I can't do that. Okay.
Oh, it's not out.
This is
Okay.
a different carjacking. Oh boy, you're busy. Give me that. No, your bond's gonna be revoked on the other case. You're gonna have to get a new bond on that. Okay, you have to go in front of the judge and let them know. The judge can see your face and see what you've been up to, and then decide whether they want to give you a bond or not.
Okay.
So, I read the bonds earlier for CF 2020-758080, and now 2020 CF 762680. You also have another carjacking. That bond is $20,000. Possession of cocaine, $150, and resisting officer without
all
violence,
this is supposed to
$100.
be one charge, ma'am. All this is supposed to be one case.
They have it as two different case numbers.
Well,
So talk to your attorney.
It's all the same thing, ma'am. Okay.
Hold on a second.
Because everything's just one right here. Oh, ma'am. Sorry. I
don't know why they have it as two
yeah,
states.
this is one.
Judge,
All this is one charge, ma'am.
Judge, I have the one arrest affidavit, but I do have the warrant for another case. So in the other case,
Who's
there's
calling
different. There's a BAT DV.
Hold on. Judge Lorette, we're in court. How can I help you?
All this is one charge. It shouldn't be. All this should be one.
No, it's like two cases.
All right. If
Judge,
we don't set bonds on this, it's going to become a hold. Unless you're sure that there's one. But I have two different case numbers. CF 2020-27580 and then 7626.
Judge, there's different counts in each case too. It doesn't look like it's a repeat. It looks like there's two separate cases. So the state would request that there'd be bonds on both cases as they were originally announced.
Yes,
Did you
ma'am.
look at the
Thank you.
facts? Go ahead, sir.
Ma'am, thank you. I was just trying to figure out, like, I'm looking at the titles and the numbers you're telling me about, and I'm trying to accurate them as one.
Okay. Well, I'm going to order the bond on both because I don't want you to have holds. You can figure it out with your public defender and they can get in front of a judge if they need to.
Okay, no
If I
holds.
don't put
just
something on
bond.
there now, you'll be on hold.
Okay, thank you.
Good luck to you.
All right.
Rashawn White.
Yes.
Mr. White, you are here today for aggravated assault with a firearm. I did review your arrest affidavit. There is probable cause for the charge. The bond is set at $3,500. Public defender is appointed to represent you. Good luck.
Your Honor, the state would request no contact.
Oh, no, yes, no contact with the victim.
And
Good morning, Your Honor. Good
no
afternoon, Your
return
Honor.
as well.
And no return to the scene, to the residence. One-time pickup with law enforcement. All right. Oh, boy. This, you don't look like Javier Tovar Hernandez. Are you Mr. Javier Tovar Hernandez?
No, ma'am, Your Honor.
Did he bond, did you said?
We don't have him on the docket,
On the docket, Your Honor.
He's what?
We don't have him on our docket.
Okay. Well, maybe he's bonded.
You have a booking number? 200-14212. Bonded.
Yeah. Kendrick Brown?
Yes, Your Honor. Good afternoon.
All right, Mr. Brown, you are here today for violation of injunction,
Yes, ma'am, Your Honor.
And
My mailing,
don't talk about your case, Mr. Brown.
no ma'am, I'm telling you about my mailing address is 621 Mike Davis Street. It's only a block away from the complainant. That's where I get my mail, that's where I get my food, that's where I get my resources.
Well, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't be within 500 feet of the person. So you're gonna have to make some lifestyle changes.
Yes, ma'am.
In the meantime, your bond on this case is going to be $500.
Your Honor, can I add something to this? I was only taking a shortcut because they having
Okay,
a
we
Father's
can't
Day.
do that.
They're having a Father's Day
Let's
barbecue.
talk about the fast food case, sir, please.
Okay, I'm not taking any action on your other bonded cases. Good luck to you. All right, Deshaun Bryan.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Bryan, you are here today for trespass on property after warning. I do find that there's probable cause. I'm setting your bond at $500. Public defender is appointed to represent you.
There's no pleas? No plea bargains?
They're not saying that. Not today. Good luck. All right, Mr. Jefferson? You Mr. Jefferson?
No, ma'am. I'm Mr. Bell. I'm Mr. Scott
What
Bell.
happened to Jeff?
Shannon Jefferson behavior, Your Honor.
Behavior. Okay, we set for tomorrow. Are you Mr. Kibede?
Medical,
No?
Your Honor?
What happened? Behavior?
Medical?
Medical. We set for tomorrow. What about Mr. Scott? Are you Mr. Scott? Third time's a charm. Okay. You're here today for petty theft. Let me go up over here. You do not qualify for pretrial release. Your bond, I find that there's probable cause. Your bond is set at $500. Public defender is appointed to represent you. No return to the scene. All right. Vanessa Thomas. Sit down. All right, Ms. Thomas, you're here for resisting officer without violence. I did review the arrest affidavit. There is probable cause for the charges. Your bond is set at $500. Public defender is appointed to represent you. Good luck. All right. McAllister,
We're getting him, Your Honor. He's aside.
what happened?
We're getting him, Your Honor. He's on the side, so we're pulling him in. He needs to
Okay.
be out by himself.
He's PC, Your Honor.
Right here. Okay. That's okay. The judge is in front of you.
All right, Ms. McAllister, how you doing today?
Good, ma'am.
You're great. You're here for an out-of-county warrant from Seminole County. Your division judge has set the bond at $500. I'm not going to take any action on the other case that you had on bond on. Okay, public defender. Oh, they're not appointed because you still appointed public defender? Well, appointed public defender just to make sure you get out of here, but that's it. Limited appointment from public defender's office. Good luck to you.
Thank you. So am I able to get bailed out?
You can. $500.
Like today, if they post it?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
You can post it. Pacheco, Rondo Pacheco.
She's
All right.
She's medical, Your Honor.
All right, medical. You don't look like Candy Rodriguez either. Are you Candy Rodriguez?
She's medical, Your Honor, as well.
Medical. We set for Monday.
I sure hope I wouldn't be Candy. I'm not that sweet.
Are you Travis Bryska?
Yes, Your Honor, I am.
All right. You're here for soliciting without a permit. State, is it a pleable?
Yes, Your Honor.
What's the offer?
3 days, Your Honor.
What happened?
3 days would be the state's offer.
3 days?
Yes.
How much time does he have? 3? Okay. Perfect. You know, 2. All right.
So it would be a credit time served, please.
Credit time served. Okay. Do you want to resolve this case today?
Yes.
All right. You got a plea form over there? What are you guys doing for plea form? Oral plea? All right. Mr. Briska, you're currently charged with soliciting without a permit in violation of doesn't even say the statute on here. All right, you in violation of Florida statutes. How do you wish to plead?
No contest.
Accept your plea of no contest. I find that you enter this plea freely and voluntarily after having the opportunity to consider your plea. No one's forced you, threatened you, or coerced you to enter this plea today?
Nope.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No.
All right. Accept your plea of no contest, and I'll sentence you as follows. I'm going to sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for time served for the 2 days that you've already spent. You'll have court cost. Your court cost will be payable within a year.
Okay.
Good luck to you.
Your Honor, is that an adjudication?
Yes, that'll be adjudication.
Okay, just.
All right, Kurt.
Yes?
Bierman. Is that you?
That's me.
Okay, great. State, is there an offer?
Same offer, Your Honor. Credit time served.
All right, Mr. Bierman, they're offering credit for time served. Do you wish to accept that credit for time served offer? Adjudication of guilt and credit for time served?
Yes.
All right. So, Mr. Kurt Bierman, you're currently charged with soliciting without a permit. How do you wish to plead?
No contest.
Okay, did anyone force you, threaten you, or coerce you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No.
Do you understand that if you not accept this plea, you'll be subject to deportation? I mean, you understand that if you enter this plea, you'll be subject to deportation if you're not a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
You understand that?
Yes.
Get this answer out loud. Do you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, you can be subject to deportation?
I am a citizen.
I know, but I just have to have that on the record. It's part of my job. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So at this time, I find that you're in this plea freely and voluntarily after having the opportunity to consider the consequences of your plea. I'll accept your plea of no contest, and I'll sentence you as follows. I'll adjudicate you guilty of soliciting without a permit. Order you to how many days do you have it? 2 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for time served for the 2 days that you already spent. Court costs to be payable within a year. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
All right. Let's see. Gregory Rogers.
Yes,
That you?
Your Honor.
All right, good. You're here today for open container. State.
Yes.
Your Honor, the offer would be credit time served.
Credit time served. Sir, you want to resolve it today?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear
The offer is credit time served. You want to resolve it today?
Okay, yes, please.
All right.
If I may say, I'm going to a program for my alcoholism tomorrow to the Salvation Army. I have it all set
Good.
up. It's a 6-month program.
Good. We believe in you, okay, Mr. Rogers? You can do it.
Thank you. I did it once before, about 10 years ago, so I could do it again.
I have no doubt.
Thank
All
you.
right. So how do you wish to plead to charge of open container?
I guess guilty, unfortunately.
Okay. So did anyone force you, threaten you, or coerce you to enter this plea of guilty?
No,
Are you currently under the influence of any drugs or alcohol?
no,
And do you understand that if you're not a U.S. citizen, entry of this plea will subject you to deportation? Do you understand that?
yes.
Okay, at this time you wish to plead guilty, accept your plea of guilty. I find intention this plea freely and voluntary after having the opportunity to review the plea form and understand the rights that you're giving up by entering this plea. And therefore, I'm going to sentence you as follows. 2 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for time served for the 2 days that you've already spent. All court costs will be payable within 1 year. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Like everything comes back to me little by little. I'm not even thinking. Everybody has 30 days to appear in writing. I've been in county civil too long. All right, here we go. Mr. Schul,
Yes, ma'am.
how you doing today?
Okay, I suppose.
Okay. Well, you're here today for soliciting without a permit. State, is there an offer on this case?
2 days, Your Honor.
All right. There's 2 days, which probably is credit for time served. Do you want to resolve your case today, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So how do you wish to plead to the charge of soliciting without a permit?
No contest.
All right. Do you understand that? Did anyone force you, threaten you, or coerce you to enter this plea today?
No, ma'am.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication that would affect your ability to understand what you're doing today?
No, ma'am.
And do you understand that if you're not a U.S. citizen, entry of this plea could subject you to deportation? Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
So how do you wish to plead to the charge at this time?
No contest.
All right, I'll accept your plea of no contest. I find that you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily after having the opportunity to review the plea form or review your charges and understand the consequences of your plea. And I'll sentence you as follows. I'm going to sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for time served for the 2 days that you've already spent. All court costs will be due within 1 year from today's date. You have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence. It must be in writing. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed to you, and good luck.
Thank you.
All right. Mr. James Soka.
Your Honor, he refused.
What happened? Refusal?
Refused.
Okay, refused. Reset for tomorrow. George Thomas.
Here.
That's you, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
You're here today for soliciting
Yes,
without a
ma'am.
permit.
No, boy.
State.
Your Honor, the state's offer would be 2 days, which should be credit time served.
All right. Credit for time served, 2 days. Mr. Thomas, is that what you want to do? Do you want to resolve your case today?
Thank you.
Yes, okay. How do you wish to plead to the charge of soliciting without a permit?
No contest.
All right. Did anyone force you, threaten you, or coerce you to enter this plea today?
No.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication that would prevent you from understanding what is happening here today?
No.
And do you understand that if you're not a U.S. citizen, entry of this plea will subject you to deportation? Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right, I'll accept your plea of no contest. I find that you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily after having the opportunity to review the charges that you are faced with and consider the consequences of your plea. I'll sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for time served for the 2 days that you already spent. Court costs will be due in 1 year. You have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence. It must be in writing. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed to you, and good luck, sir. All right. That looks like it's everything, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's all I have.
Yeah, we do.
That's it. That's all I got.
Hold on. Erlene's looking for somebody. Oh. Correction don't have nobody over there.
Yes, Your Honor. It's
Okay,
same
so we
from
can-
yesterday, Calico Source for the public defender.
All right, perfect. All right, state appearance for the record.
Marilyn Honeymeyer for the state.
Perfect. All right.
And we have the ladies first again, as we did yesterday.
Oh, the ladies first again.
Yes.
Did you know that? No. Okay.
I think this is going to be practice for the next couple of weeks, Your Honor.
Okay, so that's Cheryl, Vivian,
Tina,
Tina, right?
Paige,
Darden,
and
April, Paige.
and then Ileana.
Let's see.
And we have one that will require.
Oh yeah, Elena. There you go.
And one of the
All
ladies
right.
will require the Spanish interpreter.
Which one?
Vivian Castanello.
Okay, let's do Vivian first. Then we have Vivian. We have the interpreter here. Vivian. Okay. All right. So Vivian Margarita Castillo Castellano.
Lidia Margarita Castillo Castellano?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
And Madam Interpreter, have you been sworn in today?
No, Your Honor, I have not.
Okay, let's go ahead and have her sworn in.
Do you swear to interpret from English to Spanish and Spanish to English the testimonies you will receive today?
I do, to the best of my ability. Flavia Rodriguez, State Certified Court Interpreter.
Perfect. All right, Ms. Castillo Castellano, you are here today on an arrest warrant where probable cause is already previously determined on leaving the scene of an accident with injuries.
Bien, señora Castillo Castellano, usted se encuentra aquí en el día de hoy para su vista incoatoria. Ya se ha determinado anteriormente que existe indicio de criminalidad para la acusación de marcharse del lugar de un accidente en el que ocurrieron lesiones.
The bond amount is $2,500.
La cantidad de fianza se ha fijado en $2,500.
And I'm appointing the public defender to represent you.
Y designo al defensor público para que la represente.
Good luck.
Buena suerte, señora.
Okay, so that's all the Spanish Osceola cases. And Madam Interpreter, the case number for that is 2020 CF 74720.
Thank you so much, Your Honor. I will stay on the line for the orange cases.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
All right. So then we have Cheryl Ann Bianchi. All right. Good morning, Ms. Bianchi. I might be saying your last name wrong. I'm sorry. I did review your charging affidavit. I do find that there's probable cause, and your bond is set at $3,500. You are not to have any contact with the victim. You are not to return to the residence. And you can have a one-time return with law enforcement to collect your items. Did I say the bond? $3,500. All right. Good luck to you. Public defender is appointed to represent you. Tina Louise Darden.
Your Honor, on this case, Ms. Darden was actually in hospital when she was supposed to appear. I unfortunately have none of the records at this point in time, but if you could take that into account, I know a bond has been set of $1,000. If she could be released through direct PTR or on her own recognizance, that would be the request from the defense.
The only problem I have with that is that it's an out-of-county warrant, so I'm not going to be able to take any modifications on that. So we do show that this was a failure to appear on a written promise. Your judge has set the bond at $1,000, and I'm not going to modify it this time.
Yes, Your Honor.
Good luck.
And Your Honor, I believe that this is actually an Osceola County case? No?
Yeah. Is it out of... Yes.
And so I would request that we be appointed to her case as well, Your Honor.
Yes, public defender is appointed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'm just going to these little sheets. All right. Paige April Dior.
And Your Honor, I believe that she does qualify for pretrial release.
Yes, she does. She meets the criteria for direct pretrial release. I have reviewed the charging affidavit. I do find that there's probable cause. We'll go ahead and release her for direct pretrial release and appoint a public defender to represent her.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, we have Elena San Miguel, or Ilena. Now she's out on pretrial release already for CF 20-1161, criminal mischief, vehicle theft, and she's in Judge Morgan. And now she has a trespass on property. I did find that there's probable cause for the new charges. I'm not going to take any action on the pretrial release that she's already on, and the bond will be $150. Public defender is appointed to represent you. Good luck. And then we have, oh, that's all the girls, right?
That is all the ladies, yes, Your Honor.
Ladies. All right, so then we're going to go to Derek Joseph Abreu Blasini. Oh, we have to take time for switching.
Yes, Your Honor. It should just be a couple minutes.
Okay. I need a smile window and a straw window. You have the silent one interpreter. Is he here? Oh, he's Osceola? No, he's in Orange. Yeah. Why don't we go ahead and tell the deputy to bring him?
He should be back there. He's on the move up list, so he should be.
55612.
Aún no tenemos el número de caso disponible en el caso del señor Contreras. Su señoría, podemos usar el número de la agencia que está en el affidavit acusatorio. Bien, según la oficina del sheriff del condado de Osceola, el número es 201-05-5612.
Okay. So, Mr. Menor Contreras, you are here today for driving while under the influence and operating a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license.
Bien, señor Menor Contreras, usted se encuentra aquí en el día de hoy por haber conducido bajo los efectos y por conducir un vehículo motor sin haber tenido licencia válida.
I have reviewed the charging affidavit and I find that there is probable cause.
Me he leído la affidavit acusatoria y determino que existe indicio de criminalidad.
Your bond will be $500 for count 1 and $500 for count 2.
Su fianza se fijará en cantidad de $500 por el primer cargo más $500 por el segundo.
Public defender is appointed to represent you.
Se designa el defensor público para que lo represente.
Good luck to you.
Buena suerte a usted.
Next we have John Doe. That's agency case number 2020, right? 4370. All right. Mr. John Doe, they were not able to, I guess, identify your name. You are charged with no valid driver's license. I do find probable cause. And the bond is set at $500.
Señor, en su caso no se le ha podido identificar su nombre, se le acusa a usted de conducir sin licencia válida, determino que existe indicio de criminalidad para sustentar la acusación y se le fija fianza de $500.
You will have an identity hold.
Existe además una orden de retención en su contra
until you're able to prove your identity for release.
Y esto está dado porque usted no ha sido capaz de demostrar su identidad. Así que esa orden estará en vigor hasta que usted pueda demostrar su debida identidad.
Public defender is appointed to represent you.
Se designa al defensor público para que lo represente.
Good luck.
Buena suerte, señor.
All right, those are the Spanish cases for Osceola. Then we just have Orange County. All right, so moving along to Derek Joseph Abreu Blasini.
Your Honor, I do have a bit of a probable cause argument on this.
Okay.
Reading over the affidavit, on both the alleged cocaine and the marijuana, there was no weight provided by the deputy, and the marijuana itself was not tested on site. So at this point, there is no evidence that that is marijuana or the weight of it. And the cocaine itself was not provided a weight in the warrant or the police affidavit as well.
Okay. State.
Your Honor, as to the marijuana not being field tested, that can be identified based off of just plain view of it, based off training and experience. As to the weight, he's charged with possession, not with trafficking, so any PC challenge should be denied.
Okay.
And
And cocaine?
As to the test of the marijuana, marijuana in and of itself with the inclusion of hemp as a legal substance, both are alike in coloration and appearance. And at this point, we would ask that he would be ROR'd on that charge.
Okay. State, you haven't made an argument about the cocaine.
For the cocaine, Your Honor, or for the marijuana?
The cocaine.
The cocaine, besides the fact that it was just charged as possession, and there was multiple different types of cocaine found in the vehicle, the state would believe that PC has been established. For the marijuana charge, the state has no objection to an ROR on that count. But for the cocaine, the state would request the bond stay.
All right. I did have this questioned. Ultimately, there's no allegations here to support, it's not sufficient probable cause to believe that either of the items were illegal substances since they were not tested. Just a white substance and believed to be marijuana. I am compelled or persuaded by defense argument about hemp and marijuana. Therefore, I'm going to find that there is not probable cause for either charge, and he will be ROR'd on both. Now, the theft, no one's addressed the theft in the firearm situation. No argument for that?
Your Honor, there is no indication that he was the one that had stolen it, nor that it was his in his possession. It was merely within the car, is what it was, so that we would ask for an ROR on that as well.
Okay. State.
It could have easily been the juvenile.
Your Honor, it was located underneath the seat in front of him. The defendant does not need to be the one that actually steals the gun in order to be found in violation of grand theft. He just needs to have, he does not have a right to the property. So again, given that this gun is listed as stolen, he is not the lawful owner of it. It is found underneath the driver's seat. All of those things taken together establish that there is the basis for probable cause.
Okay. All right, I do feel.
It could have been the juvenile as much as his.
All right, but there is joint possession. I do believe that there's at least minimal information or necessary to reach the threshold of probable cause for the firearm theft, and so I'll find that there's probable cause for that and set the bond at $2,500. He's ROR'd on the other two cases.
Yes, Your Honor.
Public defenders appointed to represent him.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Camp. Jeffrey Camp. All right. We have Mr. Camp here on an out-of-county warrant. And I think that's all. So he's going to be held, appointing public defender to represent him to see if they can reach out to the county to see if a bond can be set.
Your Honor, I believe it's Orange County, so I believe that they will be transporting.
Okay. Public defender is appointed. And also the underlying charge is a violation of probation. So that would go to the division judge. Rodney Cobbs. All right. Good morning still, Mr. Cobbs. I have reviewed your... hold on a second. Your charging affidavit. You here have battery and child abuse with great bodily harm. I do find there's probable cause for both counts. Your bond is set at $1,500 for count 1 and $3,500 for count 2. Public defenders appointed to represent you. In addition, you were out on pretrial release. I'm revoking your pretrial release, and you could get a new bond from your division judge. Good luck to you, sir.
Your Honor, will you be ordering no contact on this case?
Oh, yes. No contact, no return to the residence. A one-time return to pick up your personal effects. You're going to have to speak a little bit louder into the mic so I can hear you.
Madam Public Defender, can you tell me what he said? 'Cause I really can't hear him that well.
Your Honor, he is the person with that is the leasee for the home. His son does have a history of schizophrenia, and that he was off his meds when this incident occurred.
Well, he can take that up with the division judge. The mom's still in the house to take care of the children.
No, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Your Honor, there is no other parent within the house. I believe it's only the elderly grandmother.
The grandmother?
That lives there. There's a.
I'm not going to displace the victim in lieu of dad, so they can talk about that with the division judge.
Yes,
Good,
Your Honor,
good
I
luck.
understand.
There should be a switch on the defendant's microphone. So you can see if they can turn it on.
To the volume control? Let's see. All right, Jean Iglesias. All right, Mr. Giancarlos, you're here today for battery and criminal mischief. I did review your charging affidavit. I do find that there's probable cause. Your bond is set at $500 for count 1 and $250 for count 2. I'm appointing the public defender to represent you. Do you have personal effects at the residence? What happened?
He does
I
not
think-
reside at the location, Your Honor.
Okay, good. All right, well, no return to the residence and no contact with the victim. Madam Public Defender, they say that there's a switch on that microphone for the defendant. Can you check to see if there's a switch there? You could turn it on or something?
Can you hear me now? Is that better?
Yes. That's better, yes. Much better, thank you. All right. Emerson Juste.
And this is out of county, Your Honor, but it's also Orange County.
Okay, good. Well, they already placed the bonds here, so your lucky day. It's out of county warrant. Your bonds have been set by your division judge. It's $2,500 for count 1 and $500 for count 2. Public defender is appointed to represent you, and good luck.
Thank you.
Now we have David Kettle.
Your Honor, I have a probable cause argument for this as well.
All right. You may proceed.
Yes, Your Honor. Per the police report, there was a verbal argument in which Mr. Kettle, seeking to get away from the argument, goes into another room and then closes the door. With this happening, it appears as if the alleged victim in here gets her finger caught. This does not seem as if it was an intentional battery to rise to the level of a criminal offense. This appears more as if it was an accident.
State.
Your Honor, whether it's a self-defense or an accident is a defense to raise at trial, but it doesn't negate a finding of probable cause. The victim's hand was broken because it was slammed in the doorway. So whether or not the defendant did it intentionally, that's ultimately going to be a question for a jury.
Okay. All right. I agree with the state on this one. I do find that there's probable cause. The bond is set at $3,500. No contact with the victim. No return to the residence. Sir, do you have any belongings at the property? No. Personal effects? No. Okay. All right. Good luck to you, sir. Public defender is appointed to represent you. Richard Laurita. All right. Good morning, Mr. Laurita. You're here today on charges of burglary with assault or battery. I have reviewed the charging affidavit. I do find that there's probable cause. The bond is set at $3,500. No contact with any victims and no return to the scene. Public defender is appointed to represent you. Good luck.
I have one question. What is burglary?
All right, the next case is Rafiq Osborne McDonald. All right, Mr. Osborne McDonald, I've had the opportunity to review your charging affidavit. I do find that there's probable cause for aggravated battery on a pregnant woman, domestic violence by strangulation, and violation of domestic violence injunction. There was an injunction in place at the time. The court's taken that into consideration when setting your bonds amount. I'm setting it as follows. Count 1, $10,000. Count 2, $5,000. Count 3, $500. I'm appointing public defender to represent you. Good luck. No return to the property, no contact with the victim. Do you have any personal property there at the...
No, Your
No.
Honor.
All right, good luck to you. All right. Ángel Rodríguez. All right, Mr. Rodriguez, I've had the opportunity to review your charging affidavit. I do find that there's probable cause. You have battery, touch or strike, and violation of domestic violence injunction. I'm taking that into consideration. Your bond is as follows: $1,500 for count 1 and $1,500 for count 2. You were out on bond. The charges that you were out on bond for are not similarly related to the ones that you just got picked up on, so I'm not going to take any action on your bond, okay? Public defender's report is appointed to represent you. Do you have any personal effects at the residence?
Like belongings?
Yes.
The person that the battery, I guess that the thing is going on against, they don't live there. That's not.
Okay. Okay, so the answer is no? You don't need to go back to get anything?
Yes, I have belongings at home.
So, was it your home that she was at?
It was not she, it was he, and he was at my house. Yeah.
So it appears that the,
It was my girl's brother.
it appears that that both of these incidents happened at his own home and not where the
Okay.
victim or the other in the incident involved lived.
Okay. All right, so no contact with the victim or any witnesses. You can return back to your residence. Okay?
All right.
Good luck to you. Public defender's appointed to represent you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, and then we have Joshua Michael. I think Michael Joshua. This is trespass after warning. I have reviewed your charging affidavit. I do find that there's probable cause. Your bond is set at $250. Good luck. Public defender is appointed to represent you.
Your Honor,
I'm not going to take any action on his other cases.
thank you, Your Honor.
He's on pretrial release and bond. Bond, ROR. Bond and ROR. All right, that concludes Osceola.
Yes, Your Honor, that does. There's nobody else here.
All right, thank you. Have a great day. All right. Fingers crossed. And this is interpreted for... What's this gentleman over here? Which one, this one?